And speaking of members of the Trump administration not doing anything to help consumer prices, freshly minted Attorney General Pam Bondi, who has not even been on the job for a full week yet, has issued a memo directing the DOJ to go after any company, any publicly traded company that does DEI or DEIA. Because, again, apparently the DOJ has nothing better to do than to waste their time worrying if companies are training their employees to understand that, hey, other people in this country also exist. But on Wednesday, when Bondi was, of course, confirmed, sworn in, takes the job, in a span of 15 minutes, her office issued more than a dozen memos directing the DOJ under her guidance about what they were going to be doing. And it, of course, included things like going after sanctuary cities, bringing back the death penalty, and enforcing a very strict return to office policy. But then was the memo on DEI. And that memo, little selection of it here from Slate, said, quote, she wants a list of business sectors of concern within the Department of Justice and the most egregious and discriminatory DEI and DEIA practitioners in each sector of concerns. It also asks for, quote, litigation activities and other strategies to target these private sector companies, evidently envisioning a coordinated agency-wide onslaught that would divert many attorneys' attention away from their normal areas of practice. Her plan from the Civil Rights Division and Office of Legal Policy wants, quote, specific steps or measures to deter the use of DEI and DEIA programs or principles, as well as proposals for criminal investigations and up to 9 potential civil compliance investigations of these companies within the sectors of concern. And of course, this applies to publicly traded companies, which is mentioned several times throughout the entirety of the memo. The DOJ right now could be working on going after corporate price gougers. They could be looking into these companies that are screwing you over and artificially driving up the prices that you pay at the grocery store, that you pay at the gas pump, or that you pay for electronics or home goods or whatever it is. Because we know that is happening. And the reason we know that that is happening is because during the time, a year or two ago when we had massive inflation, these CEOs were on record telling us point blank, yes, we have raised our prices more than inflation was because we could. That's when we do it. In times of hyperinflation, these companies artificially raise their prices because they know that inflation will eventually go down and the price will go down, but it'll never hit that original before inflation because of the excess prices they're now charging us so they can put more money in their pockets. The DOJ could be going after them. The DOJ could be going after the corporate polluters. The DOJ could be doing one of a million things, but instead, under Pam Bondi's guidance, they're going after any publicly traded company that engages in what she feels is DEI. And we've already seen a lot of companies out there drop all their DEI training, all their DEI initiatives, all of it gone because they don't want to be on this list of companies. Right? I mean, she's telling everybody, hey, everybody, you here, you, give me 9. You, give me 9 companies. You come up with another 9 companies. What an arbitrary and honestly weird number, right? Like, why not just go to 10? Why not make it a nice even number? Maybe 5. What happens if they can't come up with 9? Do they get fired? Do you just get rid of that department of the DOJ? I mean, her memo didn't really go into detail about what's going to happen, but what we do know is that if you're a company and you're teaching your employees or having training sessions explaining to them to treat people, like equals, treat them with kindness, accept the fact that other people that don't look like you or sound like you exist, well, if you're doing that, you may be going to jail, according to Pam Bondi. Look, we got to take a quick break. If you want more from me, I'm Farron Cousins. You can find me on 2 different YouTube channels, youtube.com/TheRingOfFire and youtube.com/FarronBalanced. And I'm also all across social media, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads at Farron Balanced. This is The David Pakman Show, and we'll be right back.
Well, I wrote a book after a long journey and a ton of work. I am really thrilled with how it turned out, and I hope you'll read it. The book is called The Echo Machine, and in a nutshell, it looks at how American politics got so broken, who has already figured out solutions, and how we can try to fix it and stop the terror of Trump for the next 4 years. With Trump winning this election, the Echo Machine couldn't be more relevant, not only a warning about how we got here, but also about what might be coming and how to prevent the worst outcomes. We've got to stay engaged. We need a plan, and that's what the book is about. There's a belief out there that unless you have corporate media behind you, you can't have a successful political book launch, that it's not possible. I think we can prove that wrong. Order The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, anywhere that books, ebooks, and audiobooks are sold. You can also call any local bookstore and say, please order me The Echo Machine by David Pakman. Wherever you get the book, you'll get the free pre-order perks, including the signed book plate. Head to davidpakman.com/free book stuff after ordering.